The spotlight hit Jordan's face like a thunderclap, and in that frozen second, Alex knew his twin had sold him out. "I love my family more than anything," Jordan said into the microphone, his voice smooth as polished marble, the audience in the Dolby Theater erupting in applause that drowned out the lie. But Alex, watching from the shadows of his cramped Brooklyn apartment, felt the words slice through him like shattered glass, because Jordan hadn't just omitted the truth. He'd buried it alive, right there on national TV, for the sake of his golden boy crown. Alex slammed the remote against the coffee table, the plastic cracking under his grip as the screen flickered to black. His chest heaved, breaths coming in ragged bursts that did nothing to quell the fire raging inside. 28 years old, and this was what it boiled down to, his own flesh and blood, the other half of his womb-shared soul, choosing fame over family. Over him. The award show replay looped in his mind. Jordan's perfect smile, that designer tux hugging his broad shoulders, the way he'd leaned into the interviewer with practiced charm. "My brother's my rock," he'd said earlier in the night, before the question about personal scandals dropped like a bomb. And then, nothing. A pivot so slick it might as well have been scripted by the studio execs who owned his every move. Alex paced the narrow living room of his walk-up in Bed-Stuy, the floorboards creaking under his bare feet like old bones protesting the weight of memory. Posters of indie bands peeled at the edges on the walls, a half-empty pizza box from last night slumped on the counter, remnants of a life pieced together from gig shifts at the corner cafe and freelance graphic design that barely covered rent. Outside, the November chill seeped through the single-pane windows, carrying the distant wail of sirens that was Brooklyn's lullaby. He grabbed his phone, thumb hovering over Jordan's contact, J-Dog, the nickname from their childhood days racing bikes down the cracked sidewalks of their hometown in rural Ohio. The last text from his twin, "Miss you, bro. LA's wild. Call soon." That was 3 months ago. Before the rumors hit the tabloids. Before Alex's stupid, hopeful heart decided to spill everything in a late-night voicemail, confessing not just his queerness, out and proud since college, but the deeper ache of loving a man who loved him back, only to watch it all crumble under the weight of his family's Bible-thumping expectations. The voicemail. God, why had he hit send? "Jordan, it's me. I met someone. His name's Riley. And it's real, man. But Mom and Dad, they found out. Kicked me out of the house last Thanksgiving. Said I was a disgrace. I need you, bro. You're the only one who gets it." Silence after that, except for the beep of the line going dead. Jordan had called back once, voice clipped over the roar of traffic on Sunset Boulevard. "Alex, timing's shit right now. Album drops killing me. We'll talk after the Grammys." Album? Jordan wasn't a singer. He was an actor, fresh off that superhero flick that had him plastered on every billboard from Times Square to Tokyo. But close enough, fame's a jealous mistress, blurring lines between spotlights. Alex sank onto the sagging couch, burying his face in his hands. The twins had been inseparable once, born minutes apart under a harvest moon in Millersburg, Ohio, a speck of a town where cornfields stretched like God's indifferent blanket. Their parents, Harlan and Evelyn, ran the local hardware store, pillars of the Methodist Church with hands calloused from honest work and hearts armored in Scripture. "2 for the price of 1, Dad would joke, ruffling their identical mop of chestnut hair. But even then, the cracks showed. Jordan, the bolder one, Always the quarterback on the Pee Wee team, the kid who charmed teachers out of detentions with a wink. Alex, quieter, sketching superheroes in the margins of his notebooks, dreaming in colors the world hadn't named yet. High school split them like a fault line. Jordan landed the lead in the senior play, a brooding Romeo that had the girls swooning and scouts from Oberlin taking notes. Alex, he buried himself in art club, stealing glances at the lithe lines of the debate team captain, his stomach twisting in knots he didn't understand until college, when a fumbling kiss in a dorm room shattered the illusion. It's a phase, he'd told himself, but the phase stretched into years, a secret gnawing at his ribs like termites in old wood. Jordan bolted for LA the summer after graduation, a one-way ticket and a duffel bag stuffed with headshots. "Come with me, Lex," he'd begged at the bus station, eyes bright with that infectious fire. "We'll conquer Hollywood together. You draw the posters, I'll steal the scenes." Alex had laughed it off, stayed behind to help with the store, to be the good son, the one who didn't rock the boat. By the time Jordan's face graced Variety's Ones to Watch, Alex was nursing a broken engagement to Sarah from the library, sweet, safe Sarah, who deserved better than his half-hearted lies. Now, here they were. Jordan, the star ascending, rubbing elbows with A-listers at Vanity Fair parties. Alex, scraping by in New York, where the city's pulse matched his own frantic heartbeat. He'd come out to Mom and Dad 2 years ago, over turkey and cranberry that tasted like ash. "Son," Dad had said, fork clattering to his plate, "the Bible's clear. This ain't natural." Mom had wept, clutching her cross necklace like a shield. "We love you, Alex. But we can't enable this." The eviction came swift, a week to pack, the guest room stripped bare. Jordan had been filming in Vancouver, unreachable. When he finally surfaced, it was with a check for $5,000, for a fresh start, bro, and a promise, "I'll talk to them. Give me time." Time. That's all it ever was. Time for Jordan to climb higher, to dodge the gay brother stain that could tank his rom-com leading man vibe. Alex had believed the hype, the twin bond unbreakable. Until tonight. His phone buzzed, jolting him upright. Not Jordan. Riley. "Hey, you okay? Saw the show. Call me." Riley O'Malley, with his freckled grin and Irish lilt that turned love into a melody. They'd met at a queer art exhibit in Chelsea last spring, Alex sketching the crowd, Riley posing dramatically in front of a Rothko knockoff. One beer led to two to a stolen kiss in the alley, rain-slicked and urgent. Riley was a barista by day, aspiring playwright by night, crashing on friends' couches between gigs. Broke as Alex, but rich in the ways that mattered, fierce, unapologetic, the kind of love that didn't flinch at shadows. Alex hit call, collapsing back as Riley's voice filled the line, warm, worried. "Babe, talk to me." "It's him," Alex whispered, throat tight. He lied. On live TV. Acted like I'm not even real. A pause. Then Riley's sigh, soft as a sigh against skin. "Fuck him. You're real to me. Come over? I've got that shitty Merlot and a shoulder that doesn't ghost." Alex hesitated, glancing at the clock, 11:47 p.m. The subway would be a ghost town, but the walk to Riley's in Greenpoint felt like miles through his own wreckage. "Yeah. Gimme 20. He shrugged on his leather jacket, the one with the elbow patch fraying like his nerves, and stepped into the night. Brooklyn's streets hummed with life, cab horns blaring, a drag queen hawking roses from a stoop, laughter spilling from a dive bar. For a moment, the city's chaos wrapped around him like armor. He was Alex Harlan, survivor of small-town exile, builder of his own constellation. Jordan could have the stars. Alex would forge his own damn galaxy. Riley's door swung open before he could knock, and there he was, tousled red curls, flannel unbuttoned over a band tee, eyes like storm-tossed seas. "Come here," he murmured, pulling Alex into a hug that smelled of coffee grounds and home. They tumbled onto the futon, Riley's fingers threading through Alex's hair as the story poured out. The award, the omission, the hollow echo of applause. "He's scared," Alex said finally, voice muffled against Riley's chest. "Of losing it all. The roles, the fans. Me being me. It'd make him that guy with the gay twin." Riley tilted his chin up, thumb brushing a tear track. "And you're not scared? Of losing him every day?" Alex's laugh was bitter, cracked. "But I'm done hiding. For him. For anyone." Their lips met then, slow and searching, a balm against the bruise. Riley tasted like forgiveness, like futures unwritten. As they tangled together, shirts shed in the lamplight, Alex let go, not of the pain, but of the hope that Jordan would magically appear, cape fluttering, to save the day. This was his story now. And damn if it wasn't just beginning. But dawn brought no epiphany, only a pounding headache and Riley's empty side of the bed, off to an early shift. Alex scrolled through Twitter while nursing coffee, the internet already ablaze. Jordan Harlan wins trended, fan edits of his acceptance speech flooding feeds. Buried in the replies, a thread caught his eye. "Wait, didn't he have a twin? Where's the other Harlan?" Snarky gifs, speculation laced with homophobic barbs. Probably too busy at the Pride Parade to show. Alex's stomach twisted. The truth was leaking, slow as sap from a tap tree. By noon, his phone exploded, unknown numbers, voicemails from a publicist named Kendra with a Valley Girl twang. "Mr. Harlan, Jordan's team here. We need to chat about damage control." Damage. That's what he was now. He deleted them all, blocking the lot, but the seed was planted. What if Jordan's silence wasn't fear? What if it was strategy? The afternoon dragged him to the cafe, where steam from the espresso machine blurred the world into something softer. Tips were light, the lunch rush a blur of soy lattes and small talk. "Heard about your brother?" his coworker Mia asked, hip-checking him with a grin. "Spill. Does he have a secret celeb boyfriend?" Alex forced a smile, steaming milk like it had personally offended him. "Nah. Just another day in the circus." But the circus came calling that evening. A knock at his door, sharp, insistent. He opened it to find a courier in a crisp blazer, thrusting a manila envelope into his hands. "Jordan Harlan. Sign here." Inside, a plane ticket to LA, first class, dated for tomorrow. And a note, scrawled in Jordan's looping script. "Lex. We need to fix this. Please. Jay. Fix this." As if he were a prop in Jordan's latest blockbuster, a plot hole to patch with CGI. Alex's fingers trembled, crumpling the paper. part of him, the boy who'd shared scraped knees and stolen sips of Dad's whiskey, yearned to board that plane, to bridge the chasm with a hug. The rest of him, it roared like the subway below, demanding reckoning. He texted Riley, LA tomorrow. Jordan's summoning. The reply buzzed back, go. But come back whole. I love you. Love. The word anchored him as he packed a bag. Jeans, tees, his sketchpad scarred with charcoal ghosts. At the airport, security lines snaked like veins, pulsing with harried travelers. Alex boarded in a daze, sinking into the leather seat, the flight attendant's welcome aboard a distant hum. As the plane taxied, engines thrumming, he stared out at the receding skyline, New York, his hard-won refuge, shrinking to a glittering speck. LA greeted him with smog-kissed sun and a chauffeured Escalade. The driver, a stoic type named Marco, navigated canyons of palms and glass towers. Mr. Harlan's expecting you at the house in the hills. The house. Not an apartment, not a set trailer. A sprawling modernist perch with infinity pools and views that swallowed the city whole. Jordan answered the door himself, barefoot in joggers and a faded OSU hoodie, their alma mater, a relic from simpler times. Lex, he breathed, pulling Alex into a bear hug that cracked ribs and reservations. Close, the twin bond hit like vertigo. Same height, same build, same hazel eyes shadowed by exhaustion. But Jordan's carried the gloss of filters and facials, while Alex's bore the grit of real miles. They retreated to the kitchen, a cavern of marble and sub-zero appliances stocked with green juices. Alex eyed suspiciously. Jordan poured scotch, Dad's brand, peaty and sharp, handing over a glass with a sheepish grin. To us. Been too long, Alex clinked, but sipped slow. To omissions on live TV, Jordan winced, running a hand through his hair, identical to Alex's, yet styled within an inch of its life. Shit, you saw that. It wasn't. Panicked. The host was fishing for dirt. And my publicist. Save it. Alex's voice cut like wire. You could have said my name. My brother Alex, who's braver than me for living his truth. But nah. Easier to erase me. Jordan slumped against the island, glass midway to his lips. You think I don't know that? Every interview is this tightrope. One wrong word, and poof, I'm the gay-adjacent guy. No more straight roles, no more heartthrob bullshit. But I lose sleep over it, Lex. Over you. Then why the ticket? Why now? Because the tabs are circling. Missing twin stories popping up. If they dig, they'll find Mom and Dad's church rants. You're coming out. It'll torch us both. Always us, even when it was just Jordan's ass on the line. Alex drained his scotch, the burn steadying him. I'm not your shield, Jay. Or your scandal. I came because you're still my brother. But fix this means you own it. All of it. Jordan nodded, eyes glistening mirrors to Alex's own turmoil. Deal. Dinner tomorrow? My treat. We'll figure it. That night, Alex crashed in the guest wing, a suite that dwarfed his entire apartment. He scrolled Riley's texts under Egyptian cotton sheets, video calling when the time zones aligned. Fancy digs, Riley teased, propped against a pillow in his cramped studio. Don't let the hills turn you Hollywood. Too late, Alex quipped, angling the phone to catch the infinity pool's glow. I'm already plotting my villain arc. Their laughter faded into whispers. Plans for Riley's next reading. Dreams of a shared lease in the spring. Hurry back, Riley said, voice husky. Miss your chaos. Sleep came fitful, haunted by echoes. Dad's thunderous prayers, Mom's silent tears, Jordan's award speech looping like a curse. Morning brought yoga in the home gym, Jordan unrolling mats with forced cheer, then a script read-through via Zoom, where Alex sketched in the margins, capturing his twins' animated gestures in quick, furious lines. Dinner was at Nobu, paparazzi flashing like fireflies as they ducked into the booth. Jordan ordered omakase, sake flowing like apologies. Midway through uni, he leaned in. I talked to Mom and Dad yesterday. Told them you coming out was brave. They're trying. Dad said he'd call. Alex's fork paused, sashimi glistening untouched. Trying. That's rich. It's something. Jordan's eyes pleaded. Give him grace. Like you gave me, grace. The word hung heavy as the check, Jordan's card, black as sin. They parted with a hug on the valet curb, flashes popping like Judgment Day. Back at the house, Alex's phone lit up. Dad's number, Ohio area code. He let it ring, heart hammering, before swiping accept. Son, Harlan's voice, gravelly from years of pipe smoke. Your brother's been talkin'. We miss you, missed him. Not the son they'd lost, but the ghost of who he might have been. Alex's throat closed. Miss you too, Dad. But it's me or nothing. A beat of static. Then, we'll see. Click. The call left him raw, pacing the terrace as the city sprawled below, a glittering lie of dreams deferred. He texted Riley, it's unraveling. Send help. The reply, on my way. Flight booked. Love conquers hills. Riley's arrival 2 days later was a whirlwind, red curls windswept from LAX, duffel slung over shoulder, grin splitting the sterile terminal. Alex met him curbside, their kiss fierce amid honking traffic, a middle finger to prying eyes. My knight in flannel, Alex murmured, nuzzling his neck. More like your playwright in economy. Riley laughed, but his eyes scanned sharp. Where's the star? Plotting world domination, shooting a table read. Left us the run of the place. And run they did, poolside lounging with borrowed board shorts, hiking Runyon Canyon at dawn, sweat slicked and breathless, hands brushing like secrets. Evenings blurred into Jordan's catered feasts, the three of them orbiting awkward conversations. Riley's latest script about queer outlaws in the Old West, Jordan's quips about method acting a cowboy role. You'd kill it, Alex said once, half serious, watching his twin and lover banter over craft IPAs. For a fleeting hour, felt like family, not blood, but chosen. But cracks spiderwebbed. Jordan's schedule tightened, promo tours, fittings, leaving Alex and Riley to their own devices. One night, buzzed on Rose, they stumbled into the master bath, steam from the rain shower curling like smoke. Riley's hands mapped Alex's scars, the faded one on his collarbone from a childhood by crash shared with Jordan. As water cascaded, bodies aligning in a rhythm older than words. You're my home, Riley gasped against his skin, and Alex believed it, fierce and fleeting. The high crashed on day 5. Alex woke to pounding, literal, on the front door. Kendra, the publicist, flanked by a crisis manager in a power suit, faces pinched as L.A. Hayes. Mr. Harlan. Alex, we have a situation. Inside the war room, Jordan's screening room, repurposed. Laptops glowed with headlines. Jordan Harlan's twin comes out. Hollywood's dirty secret? Screenshots from Alex's old Instagram. Pride flags. A blurry kiss with Riley at last year's parade. Quotes from Millersburg busybodies. Anonymous. That boy's always been troubled. Shame on the family. Jordan burst in mid-meeting, fresh from a wardrobe call, face ashen. What the fuck? How'd they? Your voicemail, Kendra snapped, scrolling transcripts. Leaked. Some hacker hit your cloud. It's everywhere. Alex's blood iced. The one to Jordan, spilling his soul. Betrayal's double edge. Not just exposure, but the knife from his twin's carelessness. You stored it. Alex's voice was whisper-thin. After everything? Jordan's mouth opened, closed. For safekeeping. Lex, I didn't think. Damage control, the manager interjected, oblivious. Jordan, you issue a statement. Supportive brother, family values intact. Alex, you lay low. Therapy spin, if needed, lay low. Like a rabid dog. Riley arrived with coffee, gripped Alex's hand under the table, knuckles white. Or, he said, voice steady, we flip it. Own the narrative. Jordan, back your brother publicly. No half measures. The room froze. Kendra's laugh was brittle. Adorable. But this is careers we're talking. Plural. Jordan's eyes darted. Between Alex's hurt, the exec stares, the invisible ledger of lost deals. We'll figure it. But the figuring came in fragments. That afternoon, alone on the terrace, Alex confronted him. This is it, Jay. Choose. The twin who needs you, or the machine that feeds you. Jordan's jaw worked, wind tousling his hair. You know I choose you. Always. Then say it. On camera. Tomorrow. A nod. Reluctant. Okay. Night fell heavy. Riley's arms a lifeline as they lay tangled. City lights mocking from below. He's scared, Riley murmured. But you're brave enough for both. Brave. The word echoed into dreams. Twins as boys, hand in hand against bullies. As men, hands pulling apart. Dawn broke over the hills like a false promise, pink and fragile against the smog. Alex hadn't slept. Riley's snores a counterpoint to the hamster wheel in his head. Jordan's nod. The presser scheduled for noon. The precipice they teetered on. He slipped from bed, padding to the kitchen for black coffee, strong. No frills. The way Dad brewed it back when mornings meant chores, not scandals. The machine gurgled like judgment, spitting out a mugful that burned going down. Jordan found him there, slumped at the island in boxers and a threadbare tee, sketchpad open to a half-finished portrait. Their faces merged, one smirking under stage lights, the other shadowed, eyes pleading. Couldn't sleep, Jordan asked, voice rough from his own vigil. Alex didn't look up, pencil scratching furious lines. Visions of pitchforks dancing in my head. Yours or mine, hard to tell. Jordan poured his own cup, leaning hip to counter. About today. I meant it. I'll do the statement. Full support. Proud of my brother for living authentically. Kendra's drafting it. The words landed soft, but Alex's grip tightened on the pencil, lead snapping. Authentically. Cute spin. But it's not a script, Jay. It's my life. Our parents disowned me for this. Strangers online calling me a predator, a phase, a punchline. And you've got the power to make it mean something. Or not. Jordan's face crumpled, the star facade cracking to reveal the boy who'd cried when their dog died, Alex holding him through the night. I know. Fuck, Lex, I hate this. Every red carpet, every interview, it's like walking a minefield blindfolded. One misstep, and I'm done. But losing you, that's the real bomb. Alex set the pad aside, meeting his twin's gaze, mirrors, yes, but fogged by different storms. Then don't lose me. Be the brother I need. Not the one PR approves. A beat, then Jordan crossed the space, pulling him into a hug that smelled of cologne and regret. I will. Swear on our birthday pact, the one with the blood pricks and bad tattoos. Laughter bubbled up, unbidden, easing the knot in Alex's chest. The pact, 13 years old, backyard oak tree, pocket knife nicks promising eternal alliance. Faded scars on their palms, twin to the one on his collarbone. Deal, Alex murmured, clapping Jordan's back. Now help me caffeinate Riley before he murders your artisanal toaster. The morning unfolded in fragile normalcy. Riley emerging tousled, charming Jordan with tales of off-Broadway flops that had them all howling over avocado toast. So this actor forgets his lines mid-fuck scene. Riley deadpanned, starts reciting Hamlet. Crowd loses it. To be or not to be. Naked, Jordan wiped tears, slapping the table, and for a heartbeat, the house felt like a haven, not a pressure cooker. But noon loomed. Kendra arrived with a film crew, discreet, friendly lighting rigs and a cameraman named Trey who cracked dad jokes to cut tension. The living room transformed. Mics clipped, lights adjusted, Jordan in a crisp button-down that screamed relatable heartthrob. Alex hovered off camera, Riley's hand a secret anchor in his back pocket. Rolling, the director called, and Jordan leaned into the lens, voice steady as steel. Hey, everyone. Jordan Harlan here. Lately, there's been noise about my family, specifically, my twin brother, Alex. He's been painted in ways that don't honor who he is, brave, talented, the guy who's always had my back. Alex is gay. And he's owning that with more grace than I could muster in a lifetime of spotlights. I'm proud of him. Love him. And to anyone struggling, you're not alone. Reach out. We're all in this together. The words hung, perfect, raw-edged, genuine. Kendra nodded furiously from the sidelines, Trey's camera whirring to a close. Alex's throat thickened. He blinked hard, Riley's squeeze saying what words couldn't. Jordan turned, eyes seeking approval, and Alex gave it, a nod, a ghost of a smile. That was you. Relief flooded Jordan's face, high-fiving Trey like they just nailed a scene. Champagne popped in the kitchen after, bubbly fizz masking the undercurrent. To the Harlans, Jordan toasted, clinking glasses. Unbreakable, but unbreakable things bend. By evening, the clip went viral, millions of views, hashtags flipping from venom to victory. Proud twin, Harlan brothers. Fans flooded Alex's dormant socials, DMs a torrent of hearts and stories. Your brother's speech saved me tonight. Strangers in the threads, sharing their own closets cracked open. Even dad texted, saw the video. Proud too, son. Call soon? Pride swelled in Alex's chest, mingled with something sharper, vindication, yes, but laced with the ache of years stolen. Dinner was takeout sushi on the terrace. The four of them, Jordan, Alex, Riley, and a tipsy Kendra spilling tea on A-list feuds. Laughter flowed freer, stories looping back to Ohio summers. Fireflies in jars, creek swims gone wrong. The time they convinced mom raccoons were guardian angels. As stars pricked the sky, Riley and Alex stole away to the guest house, bodies sinking in the dark like a well-rehearsed duet. You did this, Riley whispered post-climax, fingers tracing Alex's spine. Pulled him into the light. We did. Alex kissed his temple, pulse steady for the first time in days. Now, let's steal some of his shampoo and bolt before Kendra audits our souls. The idol shattered on Extraction Day. Alex's flight to JFK was set for 3 p.m. Riley's red-eye back to Brooklyn tagging along for moral support. Jordan drove them to LAX. Windows down, classic rock blasting, Springsteen wailing about Born to Run glory. At departures, hugs lingered, Jordan crushing Alex close, murmuring, "Don't be a stranger." Doors open. Always. Same. Superstar. Alex clapped his shoulder. Hazel on Hazel. Thanks for showing up. Riley hung back, then stepped forward, offering a hand that Jordan shook, pulling into a bro hug. Take care of him, Jordan said, half joking. Or I'll sick my stunt double on you. Deal. Riley's grin flashed. Write us into your next flick. Queer sidekicks who steal the show. The Escalade taunted away, and inside the terminal, Alex exhaled, a long, shuddering breath. Gates loomed, security lines snaking, but Riley's hand in his turned drudgery to pilgrimage. Home, Alex said, boarding call echoing. Home. Brooklyn welcomed them with autumn bite, leaves crunching underfoot as they cabbed to Riley's. The studio smelled of takeout and typewriter ink, Riley's electric one, clacking out drafts. They collapsed onto the futon, limbs entwined, whispering futures. A joint art show, Riley's play debuting off-Broadway with Alex's posters front and center. Weeks blurred into rhythm. Alex's freelance gigs picked up, commissions from Proud Twin fans, sketches of intertwined hands going viral on Tumblr. Jordan called weekly, voice lighter, sharing set anecdotes, co-stars allergic to cats. Method acting a dog lover now. Laughter bridged the miles, the pact holding. Thanksgiving loomed, a minefield masked as turkey. Dad's invite came tentative, family dinner. All welcome. All. Meaning Riley too? Alex chewed it over with Riley over diner eggs, steam fogging the window. Go, Riley urged. Show 'em the man who makes you shine. You sure? Ohio in November, cornfields and conservatives. Not exactly our scene. Riley's eyes sparkled mischief. Pack the lube. We'll make our own scene. The drive from Columbus Airport was a time warp. Flatlands unfolding under gray skies, Harlan hardware sign faded but standing sentinel. Mom met them at the door, apron dusted with flour, hug tentative but warm. Alex. And Riley. Come in. Dad grunted from the recliner, remote pausing the game. Boys. A nod. Gruff, but eyes softer than memory. Jordan arrived fashionably late, duffel slung, bear hugging everyone like a rom-com lead. Missed this. Real food, not kale smoothies. Dinner unfolded in fits. Grace said haltingly, turkey carved with precision. Conversation skirted edges. Jordan's latest audition, Alex's art sales, Riley's play in revisions. Then, the pivot. Mom, passing peas. That video, Jordan. It meant a lot. Made us think. Dad cleared throat, napkin twisting. We've been talking to Pastor. Reading up. A journey. But you're our sons. Both of you. Both. The word unlocked something in Alex. Tears pricking, hand finding Riley's under the table. Jordan caught his eye, mouthing told you, that old twin wink. Dessert brought pie and revelations. Dad admitting he donated to a local PFLAG chapter, anonymous. Mom sharing a dog-eared book on the table, God and the Gay Christian. For us, she said shyly. To understand. Riley squeezed Alex's knee, his playwright's mind no doubt scripting the arc. Later, in the childhood bedroom, bunk beds swapped for twins, Alex and Riley curled close, whispers trading gratitude. They showed up, Alex marveled, tracing Riley's freckles like constellations. For you, Riley's kiss sealed it. Now sleep, artist. Tomorrow's Black Friday, Mom's shopping spree awaits, but Harmony's a fragile score. December ushered Jordan's promo blitz for Eclipse Guardians 2, a blockbuster poised to eclipse his indie roots. Calls grew sporadic, texts emoji-laden apologies. Alex shrugged it off, diving into a mural commission for a queer youth center in Williamsburg, vibrant murals of intertwined figures, defying erasure. Christmas Eve, snow dusting the city, Alex surprised Riley with tickets to a midnight Rocky Horror screening Shadowcast, rice thrown like confetti. Post-show, buzzed on mulled wine, they tumbled into bed, bodies alight with callback energy. My sweet transvestite, Alex teased, nipping Riley's ear. With you, it's all just a jump to the left. Riley's laugh dissolved into moans. The night a symphony of rediscovery. New Year's dawned crisp. Resolutions scrawled on napkins. More travel, less doubt. Jordan FaceTimed from a yacht off Maui. Perks of the gig. Toasting with virtual champagne. To twins and triumphs, he slurred. Backdrop a bikini-clad crew. Then, the call that redlined everything. Late February, Alex's phone rang at 2 a.m., Jordan's name flashing, voice slurred not with booze but panic. Lex. This is bad. They know. The studio. Leaks from the holiday dinner. Paparazzi tailing Jordan home. Blurry shots of Riley's hand in Alex's at the airport. Headlines screamed by morning. Harlan twin trouble. Gay brother drama threatens blockbuster? Quotes from insiders. Jordan's image is straight arrow. This could sink the press tour. Alex's blood boiled as he paced the loft they'd finally leased. Exposed brick. Riley's scripts stacked like kindling. Sink or evolve? Fuck their image. It's ours. Jordan's reply crackled over speaker, Riley listening wide-eyed. It's not that simple. The director's pissed. Wants reshoots if I distract the brand. Investors pulling back. Then fight it. Alex's voice rose, fists clenched. Like you did for me. Or was that just Oscar bait? Silence stretched. Oceanic. I need time. To navigate. Navigate. Code for capitulate. Riley pulled Alex close as the call dropped, murmuring, he's drowning in it. But you're swimming into fury. Alex stormed the streets next day, snowmelt sloshing boots, ending at the youth center. He poured rage into the mural. Bold strokes of crimson and indigo, figures breaking chains, hands clasped defiant. Passers-by snapped pics. The center's director beaming. This'll inspire. Alex. Raw power. Inspiration spread. By week's end, a petition circulated online. Fans, allies, even a few celebs. Support Jordan Harlan. Let love be the hero. It hit 50,000 signatures, trending beside boycott eclipse. Jordan texted, holy shit. They're rallying. For us? Us again. Alex replied, for truth. Step up or step aside. The ultimatum hung as March thawed into spring. Riley's play, Outlaw's Oath, got a workshop slot at La Mama, rehearsals feverish. Alex designing sets on stolen nights. Jordan flew in unannounced, crashing their walk-up with takeout and apologies. I talked to the studio, he confessed over low main, eyes earnest. Told them the drama makes me real. Human. They bought it, reshoot scrapped. Relief washed Alex, but skepticism lingered. And the roles? Still playing the straight savior. Jordan shrugged. Sheepish. For now. But next one's a queer director indie flick about twins. You in? Co-produce. Art direct. The offer dangled. Tempting. Riley hooped from the kitchenette, clinking forks like toasts. Hell yes. Harlan brothers reloaded. Nights deepened their bond. Jordan crashing on the couch. The three trading stories till dawn. Riley's Dublin roots. Jordan's starlit flings gone awry. Alex's Ohio ghosts laid bare. One whiskey-fueled evening, Jordan admitted, I envied you, Lex. Always have. Your fire, unscripted, unfiltered. I'm just lines on a page. Alex clapped his shoulder, twin sync humming. Then improvise. With me. Spring bloomed riotous, cherry blossoms papering sidewalks. The play's first read-through electrified, Riley's words leaping alive, Alex's sketches pinned to walls like battle flags. Jordan attended incognito, hoodie and shades, whooping from the back row. Post-show beers at a dive, he raised a pint, to outlaws. And the twins who love him, love. The word echoed as summer teased horizons. But shadows lengthened. A Vanity Fair profile dropped, Jordan's face on the cover, America's Next Icon, with a sidebar, family ties, the brother in the background. Alex, reduced to a footnote, supportive sibling, artist in NYC, no mention of Riley, no nod to the fight. The slight stung, paper cut turned septic. Alex confronted over rooftop tacos, city sprawl their witness. Background? That's me now. Jordan's fork paused, guac untouched. It was PR's edit. I pushed for more. Bullshit. Alex's voice cracked. You're erasing me again. For the icon polish. Hurt flashed in Jordan's eyes, mirrored pain. I'm trying, Lex. Balancing act's killing me. Try harder. Alex stood, chair scraping. Or the twins. We're done. The rift widened. Calls going to voicemail. Texts unread. Riley mediated with midnight pep talks, his play's opening looming like a lifeline. June sweltered, the theater packed, friends, fans, Jordan notably absent. Curtain rose on Riley's vision. Two outlaws, bound by blood and forbidden fire, riding into sunset storms. Alex's sets glowed, canyons of projected stars, a testament to fractured lights. Applause thundered, Riley pulling him on stage for bows, kiss stolen amid cheers. Backstage, champagne fizzed, toasts to triumph. Then, the door swung. Jordan, disheveled in a ball cap, flowers in hand. Couldn't miss it. You killed Lex. I'm sorry. For the profile. For everything. Forgiveness teetered. Alex accepted the roses, thorns pricking. Show, don't tell. Next time, Jordan nodded, pulling Riley into a hug. Deal. Now, drinks? My shout. The bar buzzed post-show. Industry whispers turning heads. Jordan fielded congrats with grace, buying rounds till last call. Outside, humid air clung as they parted. Jordan to a premiere, Alex and Riley to their loft, hands linked against the night. But betrayal's echo lingered. July's heat wave baked the city, Alex's mural unveiling at the center drawing crowds. Queer kids tracing colors, stories shared in hushed tones. Jordan sent a card, proud as hell. LA's empty without you. Empty words, Alex thought, filing it away. August cracked open the fault line. A blind item in TMZ, A-lister twin ditches family for foxhole? Sources say the star's cutting ties with his problematic bro to seal a megadeal. Alex's name unspoken, but the wound gaped. He called Jordan, voicemail beeping. If this is you balancing, fuck off. For good. Riley found him on the fire escape, head in hands. It's not over, he soothed, joining the perch. You're enough. Always. Enough. The word fueled Alex's next move. A solo exhibit, twin shadows, canvases of merged faces fracturing into light. Opening night hummed, critics scribbling, Riley beaming front row. No Jordan. Reviews glowed next day, Harlan's rawest work yet, a queer odyssey of loss and luminosity. Galleries called, offers trickled. Alex breathed freer, Riley's arm his compass. September's equinox brought the hammer. Jordan's press tour imploded, a leaked email chain, execs panicking. Ditch the gay twin narrative or lose the family demo. Jordan's response? Silence. Then, a statement, focusing on craft. Family matters private. Private. The ultimate betrayal, locking Alex in the closet anew, for box office gold. Rage propelled Alex to Ohio unannounced, tires eating interstate miles. The hardware store loomed, bell jingling as he entered. Mom gasped from the register, Dad emerging from stockroom, faces paling. Son, Dad started. No, Alex's voice steel. Jordan sold me out. Again. For the family demo. Thought you'd want to know your golden boy's true colors. Mom's hand flew to mouth. Dad's jaw set. We'll call him. Fix this. But fixes were illusions. Back in Brooklyn, Riley waiting with Stu and sympathy. Alex plotted his countermove, a public letter, raw as vein to my twin, fame's a thief. Steal back your soul. Published in Out, it ripped headlines, fans rallying anew. Jordan called at last, voice broken. Lex. I fucked up. The deal's dead anyway, tour cancelled. Lost it all. Good. Alex's heart twisted. Now rebuild. With me, or without. A pause. Then with. Please. Reconciliation's path wound slow. Therapy sessions via Zoom. Jordan in LA. Alex in New York. Unpacking the twins' tangled roots. Holidays healed haltingly. Thanksgiving with Riley's clan in Queens. Jordan FaceTiming from a quiet bungalow. No cameras. Winter yielded to spring again. Alex's star rising on his terms. Book deal for a graphic novel. Eclipse of twins. Riley's play toured. Jordan guest directing a scene. The pact renewed. Bloodless but binding. Yet the scar tissue pulled. One night, post-book launch, champagne buzzing, Jordan pulled Alex aside. I quit the franchise. Going indie, you're kind of indie. Queer story. Twin leads. You game. Alex searched his face. Twin truths laid bare. Yeah. Let's write it together. As credits rolled in their minds. Fame faded. Love enduring. Alex knew. Stars fall. But brothers, they rise. The ink on the contract was barely dry when the real work began. Late nights in a rented WeHo bungalow. Jordan's neutral ground equidistant from spotlights and subways. Alex flew out weekly, sketchpad in tow. Riley tagging along for weekends that stretched into writing retreats. The script, fractured light, unfurled like a confession. Twin brothers, one chasing Hollywood's hollow glow, the other forging paths in underground art scenes. Their bond tested by a coming-out scandal that mirrors too close to home. Jordan starred as the fame-hungry sibling. Alex's designs bleeding into every frame. Costumes etched with subtle rainbows. Sets shadowed by Ohio cornstalk silhouettes. Too on the nose? Jordan asked one dawn. Script pages scattered like autumn leaves across the deck. Coffee steaming in mugs etched with their initials. Alex traced a panel, pencil shading doubt into determination. Nah. Truth's the sharpest knife. Audiences smell bullshit from a mile off. Riley, cross-legged on a lounger, laptop balanced on knees, chimed in, lean into the hurt. Make the betrayal gut punch, then the reconciliation a slow burn. Like us. The word wove through their days. Riley and Alex stealing kisses in the kitchen, while Jordan mocked up accents for his character. Group hikes in Griffith Park, dissecting plot twists over trail mix. Jordan opened up in fragments. The pressure of straight roles post-scandal. The one-night stands that left him emptier than fame's roar. I get it now, he admitted over tacos from a truck, neon signing the night. Hiding pieces of yourself. It's a slow death. Alex nodded, sauce-dripping chin. Welcome to the club, bro. Membership's free. Perks include therapy bills and killer playlists. Laughter bridged the gaps, but undercurrents swirled. Funding hit snags. Investors wary of twin drama redux. directors balking at the queer subtext. Jordan leveraged his clout, cold-calling indies till a queer auteur named Lena Vesquez bit. Love the bones. Let's make it bleed. Pre-pro kicked off in May. Alex commuting coasts. His graphic novel hitting shelves with a splash New York Times buzz. Signings where fans hugged him fierce, whispering, "Your story? It's mine." Riley's tour wrapped triumphant, greenlighting a full production in the fall. Life aligned, orbits sinking. But June's solstice brought a ghost. Dad's heart attack, sudden as thunder in clear skies. Alex got the call mid-rehearsal, Mom's voice cracking. "He's stable. But come home. Please, home." The word yanked him eastward, Jordan rerouting from a panel, Riley canceling a callback. Columbus Airport blurred into ER whites, beeps a metronome to worry. Dad lay pale in the bed, tubes snaking arms, but eyes lit when they entered. Alex, Jordan, Riley trailing like a mismatched honor guard. "Boys," Dad's rasp held wonder. "And Riley." "Family reunion," Jordan chuckled wetly, gripping the rail. "Damn straight, Dad. Or, you know." Mom hovered, coffee-stained mug clutched, but her smile held new lines, acceptance etched soft. "He's been reading your book, Alex. Out loud, even. To me, the book. Eclipse of Twins, pages dog-eared." Dad's hand found Alex's, papery but firm. "Proud, son. Of all this, a squeeze, encompassing the room, twins, lover, the unspoken." Recovery stretched summers. Alex shuttling between hospitals and sets, Jordan reading lines bedside, Riley charming nurses with Irish limericks. Dad mended slow, but mended, walks in the yard, grilling burgers with stories swapped, no sermons in sight. "Love's love," he grunted one dusk, flipping patties. "Bible got it twisted. My bad." Tears stung Alex's eyes, Riley's arm slinging casual. Jordan caught it, winking, packed holds. Back in LA, production surged, Lena's vision fierce, dailies pulsing with authenticity. Alex's art infused the film. Title sequence, a hand-drawn montage of splitting cells, twin embryos fracturing into divergent paths. Rap party hit like a wave, cast toasting under string lights, Jordan pulling Alex on stage for an impromptu duet, off-key born to run that had the crew hollering. Fall gilded edges. Riley's Outlaw's Oath open to raves, Theater Mania. A queer Western epic that shoots straight for the heart. Alex front row every night, Jordan sneaking in post-premiere, flowers for the playwright. "Your magic, Ri. Don't let this town dim it." Thanksgiving anchored them in Ohio, full table, Dad carving with steady hand, Mom's pie lattice perfect. Toasts circled to health, to art, to the family they'd hammered from ruins. Jordan's hand found Alex's under the cloth, a silent "we made it." December's chill nipped heels as fractured light locked picture, test screenings sobbing audiences. Sundance buzz hummed, January slot confirmed, the twins' redemption arc poised for spotlights anew. But fame's fickle, whispers of Oscar nods for Jordan's performance, career best vulnerability. New Year's Eve found them on a Nashville rooftop, Riley's idea, honky-tonk pulse below, fireworks bursting as they clinked flutes. To fractures healed, Jordan yelled over booms. To light unbroken, Alex countered, Riley's kiss sealing the vow. January's snows blanketed Park City. Sundance a frenzy of parkas and pitches. Fractured Light premiered to a packed house. Gasps at the betrayal scene, where Jordan's character ghosts his twin's crisis, mirrors shattering on screen like Alex's heart once had. Q&A post-screening. Lena fielding praise, Jordan deflecting to my brother's vision, Alex blushing under lights, Riley's pride a tangible glow. Reviews cascaded. Variety. A tender gut punch, Harlan brothers bare souls in this queer family saga. Acquisitions chatter buzzed. A 24 swooping in for distro. After parties blurred. Schmoozes with auteurs. Riley networking his socks off. Jordan sober as stone. No more tightropes, he confided in a quiet corner. Bourbon untouched. This is ground level. Real. Alex clapped his back. Welcome home, superstar. Home shifted sands. Spring bloomed with premieres NYC. Toronto. Crowds chanting names. Twins waving linked arms. Alex's novel sequel greenlit. Riley penning a screen adaptation. Dad visited set, marveling at grips and gaffers. Mom framed a poster, cross-stitched Harlan's shine, but May's mercury spiked tensions. A rival studio, scenting blood, dug dirt, old voicemails resurfacing. Jordan's pre-packed dismissals twisted into feud fuel. Tabloids tittered. Twin trouble redux? Jordan's agent panicked. Pushing spin. Art imitates life. Movies the closure. Closure. Alex seethed over takeout in their Williamsburg walk-up. Riley mediating. Script revisions piling. Let it lie, he urged. Film speaks louder. Jordan called. Voice edged. They're killing me, Lex. Want a joint interview? Healing journey bullshit. Do it. Alex's resolve hardened. But raw. No filters. The sit-down aired on The View. Sisters probing gentle. Jordan owned it. I failed him. Fame blinded me. But blood, it pulls you back. Alex nodded. Voice steady. Forgiveness isn't free. It's work. Daily. Whoops from the audience. Whoopi hugging them post-tape. Ratings soared. The film's buzz amplifying. Summer release locked. Trailers dropping with that shattering mirror hook. June's Pride Month pulsed rainbow. Alex and Riley marched in NYC. Jordan joining via video from a Berlin fest. Billboard-sized face beaming beside floats. The center's mural, now a landmark, hosted a block party. Kids painting addendums. Stories shared under strung lights. July's heat wave tested metal. A hacker dumped Jordan's emails. Exec rants. Homophobic jabs from suits. Outrage erupted. Boycotts loomed. Jordan went dark. Holing up in the bungalow. Alex flying solo to hold his hand. It's over, Jordan muttered, pacing decks. Career toast. Not if we roast him first. Alex's grin fierce. Press conference. Call out the bigotry. Tie it to the film. Lena rallied. Publicists pivoted. The confab packed journos, Jordan at podium. Voice thunder. This industry? Still closets bigger than my ego. But I'm out of hiding, of hate. Fractured Light? It's my apology. Watch it. Learn. Clips viraled. Allies amplified. Glad endorsements. Celeb retweets. The film? Pre-sales skyrocketed. Theaters adding screens. August cooled fevers. Release weekend shattered records. Indie darling grossing $25 million opening. Critics unanimous. A landmark of queer kinship. Alex walked red carpets beside Jordan. Riley arm in arm. Flashes a blizzard. After parties toasted triumphs. But the twins slipped out early. Driving canyons with Springsteen low. Feels like kids again, Jordan said. Wind whipping hair. No scripts. Just road. Alex smiled. Scars faint. Yeah. But better ending. Fall's Harvest reaped awards. Emmys buzz for a doc tie-in. Golden Globes noms for Jordan. Riley's adaptation scripted. Alex illustrating. Thanksgiving circled wagons, Ohio hearth. Dad toasting to lights. Fractured no more. December's solstice gifted peace. Fractured light Oscar buzzed. Twins prepping speeches in jest. New Year's dawned in Brooklyn. Loft party. Riley's kin and queer collective toasting. But January's gales howled truth. Oscar night. Dolby Theater aglow. Jordan's category, supporting actor, ticked suspense. Envelope tour. Jordan Harlan. Spotlight crashed. Speech pouring. For Alex, my mirror, my muse. For Riley, the heart that healed us. For every twin separated by secrets. Come out. The lights waiting. Tears streamed. Alex's in the wings. Riley's grip bruising. Applause thundered. Eternal. Post-show. After parties a blur. They crashed the bungalow. Champagne dawnlit. Bodies spent. We did it, Jordan whispered. Twins forehead to forehead. Yeah, Alex echoed. And it's just the prologue. Life scripted forward. Jordan's indie streak. Alex's gallery shows. Riley's Broadway bow. Scars? Faint maps to treasures unearthed. In the end, born of twins, one starred, one shamed, they shone tandem, shame alchemized to grace. Family, fractured, reforged in light unbreakable. The afterglow of Oscar gold lingered like fine whiskey, smooth, warming, but with a bite that promised more chapters. Jordan, now the indie darling du jour, fielded scripts with discernment. No capes, no closets, only stories that echoed the raw pulse of Fractured Light's success. He bought a Brooklyn brownstone, half-ironic nod to going coastal, installing a home studio where Alex crashed often, turning blank walls into collaborative canvases. Your mess, my method, Jordan teased, dodging charcoal smudges during late-night plot brainstorms. Alex thrived in the tandem glow, his graphic novel series, Eclipse Chronicles, optioned for TV, panels bursting with queer mythologies that drew raves from the Atlantic. Harlan's art doesn't just reflect, it refracts the soul. Galleries clamored. A Soho solo show selling out opening night. Collectors whispering of Met acquisitions. Riley, ever the anchor, helmed Outlaw's Oath's Broadway transfer. Tony whispers swirling as previews packed houses, his words a beacon for the marginalized. Yet equilibrium's a dancer's pose, toes pointed till they cramp. Spring 2026 teased fractures anew. Jordan's next project, a biopic on a closeted 80s icon, stirred old ghosts. Method immersion, he explained over Easter brunch in Ohio. Mom's ham glazed honey sweet, Dad's stories of store expansions laced with pride. Gotta live it to sell it. Therapy's mandatory. Promise. Alex forked potatoes, skepticism furrowing brow. Just don't lose yourself in the role. We've got enough twins with identity crises. Riley, passing roles, quipped, says the guy who once cosplayed as Batman for a month. Remember the utility belt chafing. Laughter rippled. Dad chuckling deepest, his health a steady rhythm now. Church swapped for community center potlucks, where he'd quietly championed the local pride float. Mom, softer edges, knitted Riley a scarf. Blues for your eyes, dear. The holiday wove warmth. Toasts to chapters closed. Pages turning. Back east. Rehearsals consumed Riley. Outlaws Tech Week a vortex of lights, cues, and line flubs. Alex supported from wings. Sketches capturing the chaos. Riley mid-rant. Cowboy hat askew. Face alight with that fierce passion. Opening night glittered. Broadway bones. Celebs in pews. Jordan flying in incognito. Bouquet in hand. Curtain fell to ovation. Riley's speech a poet's fire. For the outlaws in all of us, ride hard. Love harder. Afterglow parties pulsed till dawn. But dawn brought the call. Jordan, voice tight from Berlin. They want reshoots. Director's flipping. Says my personal baggage bleeds too real. Wants me straight washed for the period. Alex's gut twisted. Phone hot against ear. Straight washed? After everything? Tell him to fuck off. Can't. It's Spielberg adjacent. Pull out. And I'm blacklisted. Jordan's sigh crackled. Help me navigate? Like old times. Old times, the tightrope. The omissions. Riley, overhearing from the bathroom, shook head. Don't, babe. He's got teams for that. You're his conscience, not his crutch. The debate simmered days. Alex torn between pact and self-preservation. Memorial Day barbecue at the brownstone tipped scales. Jordan grilling, stories flowing, but eyes shadowed. It's just acting, he insisted, flipping burgers. Not me. Bull. Alex speared a wiener, juice spitting. You dive deep, Jay. Always have. Comes out crooked. Jordan's tongs paused. Then consult? Your eyes on set. Tempting bait. Alex glanced at Riley, nursing a seltzer by the cooler, support etched in his nod. Fine. But boundaries. No bleeding into us. Set life in Vancouver swallowed summers. Rain-slicked streets. Jordan vanishing into wardrobe. Alex perched in video village. Critiquing arcs with Lena's ghost. She'd bowed out for maternity. Riley visited weekends. Plays run a triumph. But distance nod. Miss your sketches on my script, he'd murmur. Hotel sheets tangling. Cracks spidered. Jordan's immersion deepened. Dinners dodged for character research. Calls curt with period slang. A rap party leak hit trades. Harlan method madness. Star lives straight for role. Photos. Jordan arm in arm with a beard actress. Laughs too cozy. Alex's fury boiled over voicemail. Research my ass. You're doing it again, erasing for applause. Jordan's reply. Dawn lit. It's optics. Studio mandate. Swear it's fake. Optics. The word soured Alex's flight home. Riley meeting at JFK with falafel and forgiveness. He's spiraling, Riley said, hailing a cab. Call him out. Public if needed. The letter drafted itself to my twin. Again, don't dim your light for their shadows. Published in The Guardian. It landed like a flare. Fans dissecting. Jordan trending Harlan hypocrite. Retreat followed, Jordan ghosting. Set insiders whispering quits. August's dog days drag dancers. Jordan's exit announced. Creative differences. He surfaced in Brooklyn. Hollow-cheeked. Crashing the loft unannounced. You were right, he croaked, duffel thumping floor. Lost the thread. Nearly lost me. Alex pulled him inside. Riley brewing tea chamomile. Soothing. We rebuild, Alex said. Echoes of old packs. No more roles that rob you. Therapy tandem resumed. Twins unpacking fame's facade. Riley mediating with playwright's wisdom. Fall's palette turned redemptive. Jordan's apology tour. Podcasts owning the slip. I hit again. Shame on me. But shame is a teacher, not a chain. Outlaws snag Tonys. Riley's win a stage soaked in tears. Alex whooping from seats. Jordan live-tweeting pride. The biopic, recast. Jordan producing from sidelines. Queer lens sharpened. Winter's hush healed. Christmas in Ohio swelled fuller. Cousins converging. Dad's tree strung with pride ornaments. Mom's carols inclusive. New Year's toasted in Nashville Redux rooftop. Fireworks. Riley's vow renewed. To us. Unscripted forever. 2027 dawned bold. Eclipse Chronicles premiered on streaming. Animated fever dream. Alex voicing the shadowed twin. Jordan guesting as the starstruck foil. Views shattered records. GLAAD awards following. Riley's sequel penned. Jordan directing a short, PAX Edge. Twins' childhood vignette. Festival darling. But life's no linear arc. Spring unearthed mom's secret, breast cancer. Early but fierce. The family rallied. Jordan chartering jets for specialists. Alex designing care journals. Riley scripting distraction tales. Chemo chairs became story circles. Mom's wig a prop for Jordan's impressions. Laughter defying for drips. Summer's vigil tested. Remission whispers by July. Barbecues reclaiming yards. Dad's hand in mom's. Twins flanking. Riley toasting. To warriors. Seen and unseen. Fall's harvest. Mom's all clear. Party pavilion-sized. Town turning out. Fractured Light re-released anniversary cut. Bonus features. Behind-scenes twin talks. Raw as home movies. December closed circles. Oscar Redux, Jordan's doc nominated. Alex's animation buzzing. Night glittered. Speech if one. For Evelyn our light eternal. For every family fracturing. Mend with love. Win or not. The true prize? The after, bungalow dawn. Coffee brewing. Riley's head on Alex's lap. Jordan sketching beside. Pencils whispering futures. Years layered like patina. Jordan's Oscar shelf eclectic. Alex's walls gallery bound. Riley's shelf Tonys and Obies. Kids entered frame. Not blood, but chosen. A niece from Riley's sister. Godson to Jordan's co-star. Sleepovers in the brownstone. Stories spun of twin adventures. A decade on. Gray threading temples. The pact endured. Annual retreats. Ohio roots deepened. Alex's memoir. Shades of Twin. Bestseller bomb. Jordan's foundation. Funding queer indies. Riley's musical. Outlaws aria. Pulitzer pulsed. In Twilight Talks. Terrace views timeless. Jordan mused. One star. One shamed. But we, constellation. Alex smiled. Riley's hand warm. Born together. Shining forever. Humanity's arc bent gentle shame to story. Fracture to whole. In America's vast tapestry. Their thread gleamed. Love's quiet revolution. Twins eternal.